Okay, let's dive into this. Have you ever logged into your bank account and genuinely wondered where all your money just disappeared to? Look, in this explainer, we're entirely skipping that long, preachy financial literacy intro. Instead, we're tackling this disappearing money phenomenon head on with a system that's literally designed from the ground up to reduce cognitive load and keep things incredibly simple for an ADHD brain. So, if I asked you how much money you spent last week, could you tell me in 5 seconds? And I mean, not guess. Actually, tell me. If your mind is drawing a complete blank right now, I really want you to know something. That is not a moral failure. At all. It's simply a system failure. Honestly, nobody ever showed you a framework that actually works for a busy, easily distracted brain. Because when you don't have a solid plan, your bank app is basically the one in charge. You're just constantly reacting to whatever random number happens to be on the screen that day, which, let's be real, causes a ton of anxiety and total cognitive overload. But when you are in charge, everything shifts. This explainer is all about giving you back that control, completely removing the stress of tracking every single penny and putting you firmly in the driver's seat. To do that, we actually have to reframe how we think about this entirely. Mostly because there is just so much unnecessary shame attached to the word budget. Listen, a budget isn't restriction. It's not like your parents telling you no to everything fun. It is actually permission to spend absolutely guilt-free. Think of it as the ultimate tool that lets you say yes to the things you love without that lingering, awful stress in the back of your mind, because you already know the money is right there waiting for you. Section 1, the 3-bucket system. Now, what's really interesting about this framework is how it completely replaces those massive, overly complicated spreadsheets that, let's face it, we all abandon after about 2 days anyway. It is so friendly to executive dysfunction. So here's how it breaks down. Think of it as just 3 simple buckets. Needs take up about 50% of your income. This is for your absolute survival: rent, gas, groceries. If you skip these, bad things happen, right? Then wants are 30%. This is the fun bucket: takeout, video games, clothes, you name it. And finally, savings are 20%, which is money specifically set aside for your future self. It's incredibly straightforward, and it ensures every single dollar gets a specific job. But there is a crucial catch to making this system actually work, and it's called paying yourself first. This means funding your savings bucket immediately. You see, the biggest trap people fall into is treating savings like it's whatever is magically left over at the end of the month. But if you have a wandering mind, or if you struggle at all with impulse spending, leftovers usually equal 0, right? Your savings absolutely has to come first. Section 2, build your budget now. Grab your phone or a quick piece of paper, because we are going to build this out together right now in a real-time, do-it-with-me walkthrough. It's literally just 4 simple steps. Step 1, write down your income. Step 2, subtract your needs. Step 3, subtract your savings. And again, practically speaking, you do this right after your needs, so you are paying yourself first. Let's move to and see how this builds. Step 4, whatever is left over becomes your guilt-free wants bucket. You calculate your fun money absolutely last, so you know exactly what you can spend without an ounce of worry. Let's look at a really concrete example just to prove the math is clean and not at all overwhelming. Say your monthly income is $2,000. Your needs take up $1,000. You immediately set aside $200 for savings. Boom! That leaves exactly $800 sitting in your wants bucket. Notice how incredibly simple that is. You don't have to hyperfixate on tracking every single $4 coffee you buy. You just know you have $800 to spend on the fun stuff. Once it's gone until next month. No math required. Now, here is your next absolute rule. Out of sight equals out of temptation. You must keep these buckets in separate bank accounts. If your needs, your wants, and your savings all sit pooled together in one giant checking account, your brain just can't tell the money apart. And you will inevitably, accidentally spend your savings on a want. Opening a free second bank account fixes this instantly. Separation is the key to tricking our own brains. Section 3, mistakes to avoid. Let's shift gears for a second and set up some rapid-fire guardrails. I really don't want you abandoning this system out of frustration after just a week, so we need to talk about the most common traps people fall into. Okay, here are the big mistakes to watch out for. First, making the budget way too strict. You have to leave yourself some real breathing room. Second, forgetting irregular expenses, things like birthdays or sudden car repairs. Always build a small buffer for those so they don't derail you. Third, not checking in occasionally. Just glance at your accounts maybe once a week so you know exactly where you stand. And finally, critically, do not compare your budget to your friends. Everyone's rent and income are totally different. Just compare your budget today to your budget last month. Someone once said, a budget you can't stick to isn't a budget, it's a wish. I love that because perfectionism will absolutely kill this system. If you try to set your wants bucket to 0 just because you're overly excited to start saving, you're going to break the budget in 2 weeks out of sheer frustration. Keeping this system flexible is absolutely vital to making it stick long term. Section 4, the automation cheat code. And this brings us to the real climax of this explainer. I'm talking about the ultimate life hack for completely bypassing executive dysfunction and making saving virtually effortless. Because let's be honest, willpower is wildly unreliable. Automation isn't. The secret to making this entire system work isn't waking up with incredible daily self-discipline. It's relying on automatic background transfers the very day your income arrives. By setting better defaults, your savings bucket just fills itself up in the background before you even see the money. Well, you just get to go live your life. So the crucial point is this quick recap, just in case your attention wandered for a second. Every dollar gets a job. 50-30-20 is a flexible guide, so adjust it to fit your actual life. Pay your savings first. Keep those accounts separate to avoid temptation. Always leave breathing room so you don't snap the system in half. And most importantly, automate your transfers so the decision is made once and not every single day. Actually, I want to challenge you right now to lower the barrier to entry. $10. That's it. It's a tiny, totally non-threatening amount. I want you to set up an automatic transfer for just this amount. The dollar size matters way, way less than the fact that you are actively building the habit. So, I'm going to leave you with this final, direct question. Will you open your banking app and set up your automatic transfer right now? Just $10. That single tiny action is worth more than watching 10 more finance explainers. Take that step, build your immediate momentum, and let's remove this shame around money for good. Remember, you don't need to be perfect at this, you just need to start. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I really hope you feel empowered to take charge.